All right. Yeah.
All
Good
right, thank
morning
you so
once again, guys. Welcome to today's class. Today we'll be looking into responsiveness, continuation of our previous class on responsive design, and we would we would explain better. So in the last class, we were working on this project. In the last class, we were working on this project, which is to make it responsive. And I made mention that what responsive design is all about is you making your website adjustable to all screen sizes, from a large screen size to a smaller screen size to a tablet screen size. Those are the basic approach. Those are the basic screen size you'll be targeting, which include a desktop, a tablet, and a phone. Though in a tablet there are also other different kind of tablets. There are other different sizes of tablet, but we just capture them under tablet and also under phone. There are phones that are wider than each other, but I think the highest pixel of a phone is probably 578 pixel. So that's how you target your screen size. So I made mention that I made mention that if you want to make use of if you want to work with responsive design, you can either use I have a tool here which I make use of, which is mobile stimulator. You can either make use of a mobile stimulator. Let me put it to a tablet screen because that's what we are working on. Comment. We can either use a mobile stimulator, which is something like this, or you can see on the tablet screen it still looks okay. Let's check Samsung S7. You can see on the mobile screen it still kind of on a tablet screen it still kind of looks okay, but we didn't use mobile stimulator in the last class, which is what I'll be using to grade your tax actually. I have made use of mobile stimulator one or two classes. So what mobile stimulator does is it gives you different kinds of phone which are free. You see from the Samsung S20 to Xiaomi, different kinds of screen sizes, which you are going to use to adapt your design to every screen size you are working on. So it also has a tablet, it also has a Mac, it also has a Samsung Fold, any screen size. All this, I'm not asking you to pay for. I'm not asking you to pay for the pro version. Make use of the free screen sizes that are available for us to use. I'm not also making use of the paid version. I am making use of the free version. So this is one way you can actually work with responsiveness using a mobile stimulator, or you make use of your Google Chrome console, which is this. This is we are at 778 pixels. So let me refresh this. Sorry. Yeah, you can get mobile stimulator on Google Chrome store. So that's how you can get a mobile stimulator. So yeah, so this is what we have from the last class. Why is this over zoomed? Let me put it to 70%, 75%. Coming. So 778 pixel we are on in the last class. So, and I made mention that if you want to target your responsive design, you make use of a max width. Where is it? You make use of a media at max width 768 pixel. So you target the maximum width at 768 pixels. So anything from um 768 pixel below, it's going to fall into this particular screen size that we have. Do you understand? Are you understanding what I'm saying? I'm trying to give an overview of what I'm trying to give an overview from the previous class. So you can't get it on App Store. It's only on Google Chrome Store. Check your Google Chrome Store. You can't get mobile stimulator on App Store. It's not for your mobile. It's for your Google Chrome. Shegun, please take note of that. So you when you want to make use of when you want to make a responsive design, generally there are two ways to making responsive design. When you are first starting out your design, you go through the mobile view approach, then to your desktop. But generally, only a few set of people make use of that mobile approach. Most people just, okay, because I'm developing on a desktop, the first thing they do is they develop their website on a desktop screen for the desktop. Then they now move to other screen sizes, which is the approach I actually followed here from the beginning, which was that I created the design for the desktop. Then I'm now going to the next screen size, which is a laptop, which is a tablet screen size, which I am targeting at 768 pixel. So this is it right here. I am targeting my screen size at 768 pixel. And what I have done here is, one of the major things I am doing with this responsiveness is to align, to change the position of my, to reduce the font size of my elements, which is to reduce the margin, to reduce the height, and to reduce the padding of, to reduce the padding of every element on the screen, because you can't compare the screen size of a larger screen when it's big to when it's going to be on this mobile device, because most of them, they are going to be out of flow. So let's, in the last class, while we were making use of responsive design, some of our texts were so big, and according, because we don't have a design, a mobile screen device, which is something I also made mention of, that if I'm to give you a task, I'm not going to just give you a laptop, a desktop screen that you guys are now going to go and look for how to make it responsive. I would give you a mobile screen device, which is currently the task you have been given on your LMS. I have given you the desktop screen and also the laptop, the mobile version, the mobile screen, which is what you are going to implement. So if we take a look at our design on the desktop screen, we can see that our images are big. This section, we can look at this particular section. We can see that on this second section here now, we have two images which are side by side. But by the time we went to a tablet screen, we can see that one is out of it already. We just have one image. And also, for this next section, which is where we stopped in the last class, these images were side by side. We used a flex for both of them to be side by side, and we changed the direction on a tablet screen. Okay, let it be a column version instead of flex row. It should be a column. Are you guys getting the explanation? So I know you guys are following. Let me know if you are getting it, or I should go over it again. Afolabi, Hilary, are you guys getting it? I need response. Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mhm.
So, Hilary, what are you not getting there? Hilary, kindly unmute your mic and speak. What are you not getting there, Hilary? Let's try that out so that others can also benefit from you. Hilary.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So I'm not actually seeing the code, like the playing the stuff. So that's why I say I'm not getting it.
Oh, all right. I will definitely show you the code. So
Okay,
now,
sir.
this is for the responsive design. Let me comment out what we have in the last class from this line 150 Let me comment that out so that you can see what we have on the screen. So this is it. You can see on a desktop view, this is what we have on a desktop view. This is what we have on a desktop view. And if we are going to be reducing the screen size, if we try to, by the time we start reducing our screen size, most of this image will give us an overflow to the left. This is it. Let's check it out. You can see we have an overflow to the left, which is causing our design to be distorted. Once you have an overflow on your design, when you're making use of responsive, when you're trying to work on responsiveness, you are not giving your users a good user experience. So every overflow to the left or to the right of your screen, to the right hand side of your screen during responsiveness modes, everything must go out. That is basically what responsiveness is for. Let all your content fit into that particular screen size so your users can have a good user experience while viewing your website on your phone, a tablet, or on a desktop screen. If you view this website on a desktop screen, everything is going to be perfect. But by the time we come into a mobile screen, a tablet screen, which is our first point of call, you see that everything is distorted. We have an image crammed to some text crammed over each other. Our images are so big that it's extending out of their particular box. The first one, the second one, and also this services area. That is how. So by the time we are working responsibly, you have to bring everything to fit into that particular screen. Hilary, do you get that now? Hilary, I'm talking to you. Hilary, Hilary, if you are speaking, I can't hear you. Bolo Atife, go ahead.
So are you saying everything we've written for the desktop view, we're going to paste it to the um mobile and tablet view. We are going to like just change some few things.
Yeah. Okay, now let me now show you. It's not everything you are going to change from your desktop screen to your mobile screen. Actually, it's not everything you are going to change. Some of them are just a few things you are going to change. Now look at this now. For our hero section, which is the navigation, we didn't change anything right there. The logo and the hamburger menu is still there. We are not changing anything right there. It's just there. So that is one thing. Take a look at our hero section, which has this house repair. We didn't touch anything there. It's still the same way it looks on a mobile screen, on a desktop screen. That's the same way it looks on a tablet screen. So we started our modification from this our services section. You can see that there is a lot of space at the bottom. There's a lot of space at the bottom of there's a lot of space at the bottom of this our book now button, and it's not supposed to be so. It makes the screen so long. So that's one thing we focused on the responsive design. You can just see that we picked a section. Let me comment that out. Let me do a control Z. You can just see the dot about section. We gave it a padding to the left and right of 10 pixel, and a padding to the top and bottom 30 pixel, and to the left and right 30 pixel. So now let's check it out. You can see that by the time we gave it that padding, the space that is below it, everything reduced. So you are not changing everything from your desktop screen. It's just some particular places where you see that okay, this design does not fit properly on a mobile screen that you are going to change. Bolo Atife, do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand.
So, and I was not for this design. It was more of the class giving me an idea. Okay, this thing is actually out of place. Let us make it like this. Most of this design that were here that were just tweaking it a bit. It was the general class that was okay. Since we don't have a working design, let's look at it ourselves and make it fit into what we want. So do you understand, Bolo Atife? So, but the task you guys have, in respect to the task you guys have, you have a desktop screen and you have a mobile screen which you are working with. So you just look at your desktop screen. Okay, this is the desktop screen, and going to the mobile version, you see how it's going to look on a mobile version, and you adjust it properly. Yeah. So Hilary and Bolo Atife, Cecilia, do you understand? Before I go ahead.
Yes, sir. So another question.
Okay.
So, for the tax you gave us, we're only doing for desktop and mobile screen.
When we get to that, where I will explain that, so I don't want to have a double explanation for
Okay.
over the tax. I will definitely explain the tax. So let's go ahead. So now this was where we stopped in the last class, and I said the best way you can always debug your for your mobile responsiveness is okay. You have a console. You have your Google Developer Console here, and right in your console you have an element. Once you click on this element, you can see every Josephine, please be warned. You are always fond of this, trying to write on my screen. Please be careful. Yeah, so now you can see that we have an element. Everything, audio, every element we have on our screen right here, we can see it at on our console here. We can see that on our console here. So you can see we are this best quality section. And what are we trying to do on our best quality section? One of the things we are trying to do is we are trying to make it responsive. And one of them is okay. You can see that we have changed the flex direction. Let's comment out all this. Let's comment out all this. So on on a tablet screen, on a desktop screen, everything is side by side. But by the time we came to a tablet screen, we actually reduced it. We gave it so that we can know what we are working with. I gave it a border of 1 pixel solid red. Let me show you the code instead of showing you on the console. So this is the best quality. I gave it a border of 1 pixel solid red, so I would know that okay, this is where I'm working on. And one of the things there is that I made it a flex row. I gave it a display flex, so they are both side by side. But on a tablet screen, there's not enough space for both of them to be side by side. So the next thing I did was put it over each other, change the flex direction to a column, and that is what we have right here. So we have a flex direction of column, and both the image at the top and the image at the bottom are side by side. So what is the next thing we have? So we have this, and we have to now put this our best quality text right in the center. It's so aligned to the left a bit, and it's not supposed to be so. Or what do you guys think we should do to it? I don't want to give you guys ideas so that you guys can understand what you are going to work with on the project, on the task rather. So can anyone speak? Just unmute just raise up your hand and speak. Okay, Stanley. Stanley.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
You have already said it all, but in my own way, I'll see it to in a 2 dimension. We could center it to we could center the context to the center, or we could add some padding to left and right. So yeah, that's how I see it on the mobile screen for the mobile responsive design screen.
Okay, all right. So I want you to know one thing that the reason why I'm actually making use of this Google console is because you can see that we have written a lot of lines of code from the beginning right here, and trying to scroll up to each section to see, okay, we have written this line of code here. Let us come and see how we are going to tweak it. That is why the console is very, very important. So now we can see that here we have done everything that we need to do. Every style we give to this particular section, we can see it right here. So we just change the flex direction. You can see we have a display flex here, and we have a flex direction column. So I can't, let me not remove the background image. So let me put back the background image there. So wait, so this is where we have the background image on line 553. So let's comment that, let's remove that and see. So the next thing we have to look at is this image. So what is actually holding our image? Let's open the best quality image. So let's see it. the best quality image, max width, can see a padding. Okay. I don't think it's necessary that we remove the image itself. Should we remove the image? Guys, should we remove the image or let the image be? No, we shouldn't remove the image. So the image is perfect the way it is. So the next thing we have to look at is the best quality text. So now what can we see from our best quality text? If you look at our, you can see we have a margin right of 50 pixel, a margin right of 50 pixel and a margin top. So the next thing we have to do here is we have to bring everything to the center. So let's do this. Let me give it a padding here. Padding left. Let me give it a padding left. Padding left of 50 pixel. Let's give it a 50 pixel padding. You can see everything is moving to the center. So let me give it a margin left instead. Let me try margin left. Margin left. So a padding is better because we want to give it a space in between. We want to actually put it to the center. Best text, align item center. We are not using a flex right there. So we are giving it a margin left. Margin left of 50 pixel, or let's make it more. Let's give it 100 pixel. It's more to the center. And is there anything we have to change here again? Like, guys, let's talk so we can move fast. Is there anything we have to change here again? Guys, kindly look at it. And is there anything we have to change here? So Paul,
No, sir.
okay.
Yeah, I think the text should be text align center, then also the button.
Okay, text align center and also the button. All right, so let's do that. What is holding the button? Let's check what is holding the button. Coming. What's holding the button? That's a line. Book now button. BTN text align center. Coming. What do we have right here? We have everything. We have everything right here. We don't have a flex on it. We just have a margin. So do we make use of it? Let me try something. Let's make use of a flex. Someone is saying something in the chat box. The margin at the top seems too much. Is there really a margin at the top? Where is it? Is that okay? Wisdom, is the margin at the top too much? Is that okay? I've removed the margin at the top. So
This is okay, sir. But I probably think we should the line spacing or the line height in the text should be increased a bit so it will look more suitable.
there are a lot of the space. I think is quite readable here. The space there is quite readable. The space there are quite readable. So it's just my own imagination. I don't have, just looking at it from my own point of view. Just looking at it from my own point of view. So can you see? I'm just looking at it from my own point of view. Nothing is, we don't have a design we are working with, so we have different opinion. Paul, go ahead.
Okay, I was only saying it's like that best quality and those texts and the button, since they are in a particular div, why not just give it align item center?
We are not using a flex. It's when we are using a flex, that's when we can use align item. You can see I have an align item center right on this div, but it's not working.
Okay.
I have an align item center right here. If you can see my screen very well, you can see it's grayed out. It's not working because it's not a flex container. We have to make this what's the name? Best quality a flex so that it can actually be, we can use align item on it. I didn't use align item from the code base from the beginning. I didn't use align item. text align, Mohammed, is particularly for the text. You can't use text align for a particular div. You can't use is when you want to style a div, that's when you use text align, a text rather, not. Look at our button now. You can see this our BTM button. uh, you can see I have a text align center here, but if I click on the text align, if I remove the text align, everything is out. So Hilary, your hand is raised. Hilary, go ahead, your hand is raised. Hilary.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Hilary.
Okay. Um, sir, what of if we make it flex and make it direction reverb?
If we make it a flex and we make it column direction reverse, yeah. What I'm saying is I didn't use a flex from the beginning. If you check the code base of this best quality um, best quality text, I didn't make use of a flex right there. I didn't make use of a flex, so I just made use of a div. The way it starts. Look at it. Let me show you in the code, which is right here. Best quality. You can see this best quality text. Let me search for it in my CSS. Control C, Control F. So you can see this best quality text. I didn't use it as a flex. So but let's try a display flex here. Display flex, align item. So we have align item center there already. So let's check it out. You can see everything are going to be side by side. So you can see everything are side by side. So but when we come to a mobile tablet screen, who is that? Who is that? Please, please, please. Who unmuted? Please. Let's be cautious. If you come to a mobile screen, let me just put it to a tablet screen. So you can let me change the flex direction right there. Let me change the flex direction right here. So on this, we just have a flex column, flex direction column. So if we have this, you can see everything are aligned together. Do you guys understand? Hello?
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, what I
go
was
ahead.
trying to
Go ahead.
say is that since we are working with responsive web designs and media queries, so I was
Yeah.
thinking if you were using display block or grid during the initial code for the web view, and you actually want to now design for a desk, sorry, not desktop, for a device like a
A
mobile
mobile
device.
screen.
And since, yes,
Yeah.
since we've already indicated the breakpoints with the media queries, can't we still change the display from that block to flex so that when the screen is adjusted, it will now activate the flex display?
It's actually not a good practice. You can actually do it, but it's not a good practice. Reason being that if you do that, what if you are just on a tablet screen, and every design you make on a tablet screen must be adaptable. One of the first rule of design is everything you are changing, you should not give your mobile view an entirely different styling aside from your desktop view, because what if later on in the future you want to change something, and what you have on your tablet screen, you actually change the design entirely, and you have something different on your desktop screen. It's going to actually give you a lot of issues in the long run, because at that point you'll be like, what do you want to do? You'll be so confused because you think you have written, at this point you have written one of the best things that you can do, but later on in the future when you are trying to look at the code again, you'll be so confused. So it's not a good practice that you have you don't have it. Let me just the explanation you gave. You don't have display flex on the first on your in your desktop element, but when you're now coming to your mobile or tablet screen, you are giving it a display flex. It's going to be extremely wrong. Though you can do it, is not bad, but best practices does not allow you to do that. So that is why I had to. You can now see that's why I had to go back to the desktop design I have to give it a display flex and come back to our mobile view right here to give it a flex direction. Boluwatife, go ahead.
Sir, right now, are we working from desktop to tablets?
Yes, we are working from desktop to tablet. That's what we have.
Okay, sir.
I have
Okay.
I have designed the desktop view. I just brought the code base to the class, so we are designing from desktop down to tablet down to mobile device. That's what we are working with. Boluwatife.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Paul, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask, I've forgotten if let's assume that in that section we use grid. How are we going to change it from row to column?
Grid. I told you that a grid is a is two dimension. So you there's no I don't really I've not used it before. I've not used it before. If I want to use something side by side, I make use of flex most of the time. I don't use grid. If I'm not using multi-dimension, if I don't want three column grid, or if I'm not trying to tweak my grid to be extended and all, I just use a flex. So I've not tried it before. I just use flex. Okay, it's going to be side by side. I just use a flex we so that I just move on. I don't, if I'm to use a grid, I now have to start changing a lot of things like, okay, changing the column direction. I don't know if there's a column direction in grid, but I make use of flex for most of the things. So flex is my go-to tool. You can try it with grid, but if I want to make use of something like this, I don't stress myself. You as a developer, you have to work smart, not work hard. That you can use a grid to do it, but that will take you a long process. When with with Flexbox, it's just one line of code. At your main element, you have a main. You have at your desktop version, you have a display flex, and when you are coming to your mobile version, you just in the flex direction to column in just one line of code, and you are good to go. Which is what I just did here. But if I'm trying to use a grid, I have to tweak it all around. So, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
okay, so I don't want to take you through a long. We don't have a lot of time on our hand, so I don't want to take you through different kind of processes. Let's just make use of the next approach. MJ, what's your question? MJ, you unmuted your mic, so can you go ahead? MJ, I'm listening to you. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead. So, can we say that our let's remove this. Can we say that can we say that our best quality as we should leave it like that and move on to the next section? Let me just make it a flex direction of column right here. Let me go right down here back to make it a flex direction of column. Hilary, go ahead while I do this.
Sir, the line under best quality, it's not
Yeah.
aligned. Or is it the text or the line? The best quality is supposed to be in between the line, the red line.
The best quality is I have to bring the okay, I would align that just a second. Come in just a second, please. So you made mention of the line. Let me inspect it and see. Okay, the line. What do we have on the line? We have imagine. Is it the? Let's check the text first of all. Let's check the text. H2. I'm coming. I'm coming. It's more like the text is aligned to the left than the. Let's check this. Okay, best quality dot line. I don't think. hmm, Just a second. I'm trying to. Mm, okay, I'm coming. I. It's been a while I wrote that code, so I'm trying to figure out which line is it. So text align. You don't have a text align to the center right here for the H2. Let's check the line. Okay, we just have to change the margin actually. Just have to change the margin. Control C. Just have to change the margin. So which is what we have right here. We have this. So let's give it this margin. So you can see I don't have to be going back to the code to change some things. I can just copy it right from my element right here and make use of it in my code. So it's actually a fast way of you writing responsiveness. So you don't necessarily have to be going back and forth to the code base, to what you have written before you can style it. So just learn this approach. Does it look better now? Michael, it looks better this way, right? So, but I can still see something is actually still wrong here. Who can tell me what is actually wrong here? Can
The
anyone tell me
text is not aligned.
which is that? Which text?
The company work, the body text.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So the reason for that is
And
because I
also,
did.
it seems the margin on the left hand side is greater than the margin on the right hand side.
Yeah, that was because I gave it a margin of 100, margin left of 100 pixel to push it to the center. That's what I did. Can the line go up a bit? Well, for readability sake, Michael, let's just leave the line like that. I can push the line up a bit, which is this. Where is it? Which is this. I can push the line up a bit to 10 pixel, but or 7 pixel or even lesser. But I just say for readability sake, okay, let's make it 10 pixel. Is 10 pixel okay, Michael? Michael, mute and speak. Is 10 or 12 pixel okay? Michael. Michael Ladele. Hilary, go ahead. Your hand is raised. Let me make it 12 pixel.
Oh, okay, sorry, sir. Yeah, the 10 pixel is okay.
Okay. 10 pixel. All right, that is fine. So let's now work on this. Hilary, your hand is raised. Go ahead. I can hear
Okay,
you.
sir.
Just go ahead.
Sir, I'm sorry. Can I see the beginning of the media query? We are working on tablet. Can I just see the code, the beginning of the media query for the code?
This is it. Online 510.
Okay.
This is it here.
So this is the open tag. Every other thing is inside the open tag, right, sir?
Yes. Yes. Everything. Every other thing goes inside it. Every other thing goes inside it. You
Okay,
can see from
okay.
line. You can see it's open on line 510, and it closes on line 554, 64 rather.
Oh,
So
okay,
if you
sir.
are writing your media query, everything has to go into that media query, not outside it.
Okay, sir. And sir, that the flex we did for that include the image, the best quality, the line, and
No,
the
no, 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 no.
text.
It's not. I didn't do it on the old div. I just did it on the best quality text. I only did it on the best quality text, which is this section here, which is a separate div. This section, you can see. You can see when I hovered over on the best quality text, you can see I have this semi border around it. So that is where we are working on, not the whole entire div. We have left the image that is at the top. We have left it when you guys said it should be like that. We have left it already. So the next thing I just focused on the best quality text div. So that is it. Do you understand, Hilary?
Okay, but yes, I understand. But sir, assuming the text, the images with the text, flex and centralize and align center should work perfectly well,
Yeah,
right?
if the image was inside the div, if the image was inside the div of this best quality text, then using a display flex and an align item center is going to work perfectly well. But the image, if you can check it, if you can see right here now, the image is in a separate div and the best quality text is in a separate div. Can you see the code structure right here? Look at the right hand side of my screen. You can see that on this part, on best quality text, the container holding both of them, the div holding both of them is this best quality. And inside that best quality, I have two div, which is one, best quality image and best quality text. Can you see this, Hilary? You can
Yes,
see image. So now what we are focusing on right here now is this best quality text. So since this best quality image is still going to be there, we don't have any business with it. So let it just be there. So the next thing we move to was the best quality text.
okay, sir. But sir, I was having issue with the previous text. Then is it best practice just to put a dev an image in a dev, like just I I feel the
Yeah,
image should
it's
just be on its own without a dev. Since
well,
it's only image, I'll be inside the dev.
it's just so that you can actually style it properly. You can actually make your image stand alone without being in a div. You can actually do that. But there are some times you want to give it additional styling, which you don't want to be on that particular image. Probably now we want to reduce the the size of that image. We are not going to put it on. We are going to put it on the image itself. We are going to put it on the image itself, but by the time you want to, there's probably okay. Now let's check this best quality image. You can see now I have a max width of 100 pixel. I have a padding of 060 pixel. That is top and bottom 0, left and right 60 pixel, and I have a margin left of 40 pixel. But on the image itself, I just have an height and a width of 100 pixel, of a width of 500 pixel and height of 100%. So there are some styles that that is not a good practice to place on images itself. It's better you place it on a div so that if you want to style them separately, you know what you are styling. So it's just a good practice to have separate div for all of them. So do you understand,
Oh,
Hilary?
yes, I understand. I understand. I was
Yeah.
just thinking that div is so much. That's what I was
No,
saying.
div can never be one thing. Yeah, div can never be too much in your code base. That's one thing I want you to know. Div can never be too much. So
Okay.
it's just for you to be able to section things properly. Yeah, Francisca, your hand was raised. Go ahead. Hilary took quite a while. Go ahead, Francisca.
Sir, I've figured it out already.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. So I think we are done with this best quality section now. So the best quality image has and the best quality has too much margin. Maybe to the top, it's best to reduce it a bit. Which part of it? Do you mean this part? Wisdom, go ahead. Wisdom, unmute and speak. Wisdom,
Good morning, sir.
yeah, good morning.
I'm talking about the best quality as in the text and the image at the top, like the margin or the padding, like yeah, it's kind of much. Let's reduce it a bit, just a bit.
Is it okay, the image itself, or what are you
But
saying?
the or the padding bottom, it gave between the text.
Okay, between the text and the image.
Yes.
Okay, we can reduce that. Margin top. And see, we have actually reduced it. And next thing we have to do now is for the best quality text. I think is the H1, the H2 rather. So margin top. So Hilary, please mute your mic. Hilary, please, Wisdom, please mute your mic. So you can see it now, Wisdom. Yeah?
It's fine like this. It's okay like
All
this.
right. Okay. So let's move to the next section, which is our services section. Wisdom. So let's move to this section, which has our services section. So our services section. So what do we have in our services section? We have just the background image and color. So what do we have right inside there? We have our services text. So one of the things we have to do is we have to remove the padding, margin top, and star. You are yet to align the text or the best quality. It's aligned now. Look at it. It's aligned. Jibril, look at it properly. Okay, the complaint. Oh, sorry. I overlooked that already. Sorry about that. I was trying to move fast. So let's go to it. This is the p text. So where is it coming from? We have a padding right. So and we have to give it the padding itself. So Jibril, how does it look like this? Jibril, unmute and speak. How does it look like this? Let's be fast. Jibril, you're the one that dropped the observation in the channel, in the chat box. Let's be fast, please. All right, so I don't skip that. So let me just go back to, let me go to our code itself and fix that. So what style did we give it? Hilary, go ahead and speak. Hilary, be fast, go ahead and speak.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sir, I feel we should add a little margin left to that image. It's looking one-sided.
It's looking one-sided. Okay, I will do that. Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't.
sir, is there anything like padding left?
Yeah, there's padding left actually. There's padding right, there's padding left, there's padding bottom,
Because
there's
I tried
everything.
using it and it not reflect. I don't know whether it's because of the padding left or I did something else wrong.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, H2. Coming. So just a sec, just a quick one. Let me figure this one out. Imagine at the top here. So what margin did I give it here that time? Let's give it 60. So the about us, the button. So the image is not to the center. Okay, you're already spending too much time on this section actually, so we have to move. So let me do margin left. Let me do yeah, Steven, is this okay? Steven, you're the one that pointed that out. Is it okay? Steven.
So it was Hillary. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, all right. So let me fix that so we don't forget it, because I think I did some styling and I didn't write it right in my CSS, so it went off. So please, once you are making use of your console to work on your responsiveness, always remember to copy the code and paste it in your VS Code so that your style does not run away. So we have this right here now. So I think we are good with this. So now let's come to our about us section. Paul, when you have a design, everybody have different approach to it. When you have a design, you can always make adjustments to that. So let's focus on. We are running out of time. I still want to take GitHub into this class, so I want to do introduction to GitHub into this class, so we can. So now let's see the text right here. This service text. There are so many things we have to reduce right here. You have to reduce, you have to put it text align center. Let's give it the text align center. So you can see, let's do this. Let's change this right here. Are you guys seeing I am following the elements one after the other, not just picking them from the top and trying to just figure it out? So the best thing we just have to do is I just give the margin 0 and text, okay, margin margin top and bottom, then give it 10 pixel, 0 0 0 0, and text align center, text align center. Yeah, so guys, can you see this section, how it looks? So now the next thing we now have to look at is this services section. So this part is what we have right here. This service, where is it? Service icons. Okay, we have this. So can you guys see, when I was telling you earlier that sometimes it's just what I did right here previously was just give it a display flex and everything was side by side. But I want to make it on a responsive design. So I just come to the icons. Let me select the icons. The icons right here. Control C. Let's come right here. So you can see with just one line of code, everything came straight to each other. So I don't need to start changing one of them one after the other. So the next thing we now have to look at is look at each element. Icon 1, okay, what is inside? Padding. Should we reduce the padding inside? Let's check. No, I don't think so. No. So let's see. Okay, did they look okay like this? You guys should tell me. So Hilary, what's the issue? Go ahead, Hilary.
No, there's no issue. I want to contribute. But how about we just align item center?
Okay, that means everything should be in the center. That means the logo, this logo
For the
right up
painting
here.
paragraph.
Yeah. Yeah, Damilola, go ahead. Your hand is raised, Damilola. Damilola, go ahead. Your hand was raised.
You actually mentioned what I wanted to say. Like you should align it to the center.
Okay, all right. So I would move that. So this is a span element. So let me give it a margin left auto. So like this.
Yes, with the painting and the.
Okay. All right. So we'll work on that. So let's go to the painting. Here's the painting. We give it the text align center. So let me fix that for this one first of all. So this, you guys just look at how it's being done. You just have to pick everything one after the other. You don't need to. Yeah. So let's go right here. Margin 0 auto. What happened right here? I want to know if you guys are following. Why am I having an issue right here? Why is my code not going to run? Who can tell me why? Someone should just
Sir,
look at it.
because there is no column.
Okay, all right. You can see it's easier for you to make that kind of mistake. So you guys are following. So let's see what we have right here. Uh, this is in the center. So let's check the text. We just do a text align center for this. Just do a text align center. Okay. We have a text align. Oh, not right here. We have text align center, and I think that is that. So what about the paragraph tag? Should it be like this? Damilola, should the paragraph tag be like this, or we should make it to be, should align it to the center?
Can it be a little bit like shrinked also?
Okay, it should be string.
That's
Okay,
too wide. The width is too.
the width is too wide. Okay, so let's give it a padding. That's padding top and bottom 0. Let's give it left and right 20 pixel. What about like this, Damilola? Or you should still go more? Damilola, should it go more or should still be like?
Yeah, I was thinking we could
Yeah,
make it
Yeah?
in 3 lines or 2.
it's okay.
Damilola, is it okay like this?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Can do the
So
rest like that.
okay. So let
Okay.
me just give it P1 padding 0 P60. I know something is actually wrong with our code. Most times you're not using best practice, but I didn't want to go to some advanced level using best practice. So just for you to understand it, I think in one or let me say 1 year time when you come back to this code that you write yourself, you'll be like some of the things I did before are not good practice. So yeah, Stanley, your hand is raised.
Okay,
Stanley,
yeah. Thank you very much. I understand that we're just trying to put us through so we can get exactly what you're doing. But I wanted to ask, I'm always this person, I want to get when I'm writing code, I always want to know what's the best practice. That's what I'm always curious about. So
okay.
is there no way you could just center all those stuff. I thought they are in a div. I want to know what's your advice on that, on my thoughts, like center them
No,
at once.
all of them are not in a single div. All of them are in a
Okay,
single
okay. That's just what I
separate
want
div.
to
You
know.
can see that
Okay,
icon 1 is in a separate div,
okay,
icon 2 is in a separate div.
oh,
So they are in different,
okay, sir.
so they are not in a single div.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah, is there anything we have to add right here? These are services. I think it looked perfectly okay. You can see that our overflow that was to the left previously is now, it has gone away. It was more before, but it has now gone away. So we have to look for where the overflow is coming from. Where's the overflow coming from? Let's inspect. Let's inspect. You can see where the overflow is coming from. You can see where the overflow is coming from. The overflow is coming from this section. There's a margin outside. That is where. So by the time we're able to clear that margin, everything is going to be centrally aligned. Yeah. So, Caleb, what's your question?
Okay, thank you, sir. I just observed that the text, the painting, the P is small letter. I don't know whether it matters. The painting, the P is small letter.
It's actually the way I wrote the code. Actually, let's go to my
Okay, sir.
HTML and check it. You can see
No
I
problem.
have P in small letter, but there's a way I can change it in CSS. You can just use capitalize.
Okay, sir.
If you make use of capitalize in your CSS, everything will be capitalized. So the first letter of each text to be capitalized. That's what it's meant for. So it's just an oversight. So it doesn't really matter. So I've already fixed it back there.
Okay, sir.
So now I think we are done with that section. So now let's now go to the work section. So you can see the work. We have a display flex. Let's do flex direction column. Why is the flex direction column not working? Work section. Okay, let's try it on our work section. Flex direction column. Yeah, so we have this. So but you can see we don't have an overflow. Okay, we still have an overflow, but where's the overflow coming from? We'll figure that out. So yeah, so to be honest, I would say that responsiveness gives everyone issue, no matter how experienced you are as a developer. You will get to some point, you just be like, your divs are not aligning, and everything just seems to be true, to be scattered all around. But your let me just use this word. Your div go whine you, but no panic. No panic at all. Your div go whine you, but no panic. Your elements go whine you, but no panic. You just have to just calm down and figure it out. Emmanuel, don't worry. Maximum conclusion 100%. Still 100%. Yeah, that's how it has to be. Your code go whine you, but no for. Just try to be calm. Hilary, go ahead. Hilary, go ahead. Your hand is raised.
Oh, yes, man. I wanted to comment on something. Sir, we were styling the logo, the H3, that's electrical, and the paragraph separately. But assuming those three are in a dev, we would have just styled it once. Now, if we meet cases like this, if we go back to the HTML and change it, it will still affect the web, right? The web version.
Yes, it will definitely affect the web version.
Okay, so the best thing we can do is just to style them one.
Come in, let me understand your question properly. So you are saying that what is the name? You are saying that this section, they are all in separate div, right?
No, not the plumbing. The previous session we did not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. This service. The logo, the painting, and the paragraph. They are not in a div.
They are all in a div now. you can see div icon 1, everything is all in a single div. Div icon 1, they're all in a single div.
Okay,
So
okay, because you were styling the icon and the painting separately.
yeah, I know. So I didn't use a did I use a flex for it from the beginning? Okay, I used a flex. You can see I used a flex for it from the beginning. Icon 1, there's a flex right there. Wait, let me check. Icon 1. Oh, sorry, I didn't style that. So let's comment out this one. So I thought I styled it. Let's comment out this one and use that. So let's see. You can see it's like that. So flex column, align item center. Let's do align item center. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think there's something wrong with our code actually, because we have some we have some issues right here. But I don't want to go back to our code. We are running far above time, but we can always figure that out. Sorry, Hilary, we can still figure that out, but we are running out of time. So let's just go through with this
Oh,
approach. So
okay, sir, no problem. Sir, please, you say
yeah.
you'll be sharing your code, but you don't used to share it.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't share this code was because I wanted us to finish it in class, and you guys are going to have a task on responsiveness. So I don't want it to do. I just share the code outside, and I'm now repeating myself in class. So let's just follow through it. I'm still going to share the code. So by the time you are working with your responsiveness, you would you would actually just figure it out. So don't worry. I'm going to share this code base so you can always follow through. Yeah. So is there anything we have to change in this section? Is there anything we have to change in this section, guys? I think the only thing we have to change is this about us.
Yeah,
I think
about
that
us, the plumbing.
yeah, we have to reduce the font size and the like. So let's go there. Our work. So the next section here is work. What do we have here? Flex column, work text. So we have work text about us page 6. Text align. Let's change the text align to the center. So it's going to be in the center. So let's put it to the center. Sorry, can you guys still hear me clearly? Can you
Yes,
guys
sir,
hear
we
me,
can hear
please?
you. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right, thank you. So I think we are done with that. Our text align to the center. So also for this plumbing, let's also align it to the center. Should we is align to the center already though? About our I don't Steven, I don't understand what you mean by it's better we use about our. So let's also figure this H3 out. Hilary, what's the issue?
sir, it's not issue. I want to contribute. The about us should have a margin up. It's too close to the line. Then probably we should make it a little bigger.
Okay, all right. I would do just that. I'll do just that right now. So let's increase it. Let's increase the let's about us. Let's give it a margin top. Okay, let's give it a margin top. A margin top of let's give it a 10 pixel. So the about the plumbing service look is not looking. I know. I'm going to align it to the center. So let's go to the H6, to the H3. Let's do a text align center. What's going on? Why is it not aligning? This code is about to whine me this morning. Is that so?
Sorry, sir. So I feel the about us is not aligned center.
The about us is aligned center. I gave it an about.
It's looking one side. It's the one that has the issue. It probably has a margin.
It doesn't have a oh, I know why. Oh, I know why. I've seen it already. So, oh, sorry. So let's figure that out. Okay, I gave it a margin left. Margin left. Oh wait, let me be sure it's what I'm targeting actually. Margin left 0. Okay. So I think we are good right now. Yeah, this is okay, right? Font size of the services is different. So, well, they're actually the same size. I didn't use a separate size for both of them. Let me be sure. Let me be sure. H3. Okay, I think I have a bold. I have a bold on that. Let me check. Let me go to the HTML itself. Okay, you can see I have a bold right on it. So that's why it looks a little bit more bigger. So let's check it. What's going on? Wow, what? Oh, most of the things I did, can you see? Most of the things I did, I didn't do it in my VS Code. I was just doing it on my browser, so everything went off. So please, once you are doing things like this, always be sure that you are copying the code and pasting it in your VS Code, so that you don't have, what if I thought I have done everything and I didn't actually do it. Flex direction column. Thank God it's something minimal. So let's so I think we have good now. So let's just give it a margin top. Let's give it a padding top. Let me see. Padding top up 10 pixel. Is that okay? No, we are now starting all over again. Let's see. Let's give it 20 pixel, 30 pixel. Let's give it 30 pixel and see. Okay. Let's give it a padding top of 30 pixel. Padding top 30 pixel. So yeah, so we have a very good section right here now. Are we is there anything we need to change right here, or is perfect like this? So guys, let's talk. You guys should unmute and speak. Someone should say anything. Does it look perfect, or we
So
still have to
it's
do?
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The image is not centered. How is the image not centered? There are 4 different images, right? Oh yeah, I can see one is longer than each other. Yeah, let me see. Let me see where that issue is coming from. Work image section. Let me see. G2. So yeah, you can now see I did something right here previously. Features this coming. So we have to now change something from the beginning right here. So let's do this. Um, coming. We did something here. We did something here which is actually not favorable. So let's So I'm trying to restructure the design again. I didn't make use of grid when I did that. So let's make this.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this was what I was asking actually that time. That I said, if you as you affect the HTML now, won't it affect the web? Like, have we not scattered the code and the
Yeah,
arrangements for the
I'm going to
web?
go back. I'm going to go back to the desktop to go and change it also again. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back
Okay, yo.
and change it.
That
So
means when we are doing our HTML structure, we should carry responsiveness in mind.
yes, you should always have responsiveness in mind.
Oh,
So let's see what we have right now. We can see, okay, the images are bigger than each other naturally. So that is why we are having that issue. So let's do a display flex, a display grid. I'm coming. Where is which section is that? Section image. No, not here. Let's do section image. So we have work image. Okay, let's do a display grid. Display grid. Grid templates column. Repeat. I think it's 200 pixel. Let's try that in our CSS. So we can come in. Where is our work image? Control F. No, right here. Work image. Okay, flex row. So work image. So we do a display grid. So let's see. Yeah, so we now have to give it a gap. So we have to give it a gap. Let's give it a gap. Let's give it a gap. Gap of, let's say, 10 pixel. Wisdom, if you don't put responsiveness in mind, you would actually have issues on the long run. I can always tell you that you always have issues on the long run, because at that point you would be so, you have to be changing something like the way we are just doing right here now. So I don't want us to be changing something over and over again. So just have responsiveness in mind. Just have responsiveness in mind. So we have our images back once again. So yeah, so guys, I think we are done with I think we are done. Is there anything that does not look aligned right here? I think we are
sir.
done with the tablet. Yeah.
So I just noticed our service and about us. It's not consistent.
Oh, is it this
Like our
service?
service, yes, our service and about us.
Well, it's based on the design I saw. It's not. They want
Okay,
us to
okay. I was
change
thinking,
the design. So,
it's also you have to have a consistent design, like all
oh
your.
yeah, yeah. We don't have a design. We don't have a design. So it's just from the brain. So if we have a working design, like you guys have a working design, we would we will definitely work across to the design according to the design. So that's just it. Do you understand now, Hillary?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So from all the responsiveness you have done, is there any question? Is there any question? You can see we focused more on the tablet, and if you want to go to a smaller device, we come right here. We now have to start changing things over and over and over again. So Let's see if I can do a little bit. Oh, I said I wanted to show you guys how to use icon. I actually have an icon on this page already. Who can tell me where the icon is? I have an icon somewhere around here already.
Hamburger.
No, I'm not using an.
Search.
Yeah, that's the search icon. So for you to be able to use an icon, one of the main reasons why you should use an icon is because most of the time, if you are using an image, it makes your page very slow to load. That was some of your tasks which you submitted on Code Sandbox. While the content has loaded, the image kept on loading. It kept on loading. So it will take some few seconds or some seconds to like 2 minutes before your image finally loads. Depends on the network. But if you are using an icon is lightweight. An icon is very lightweight. So there are places you can get icon on the internet. So the first thing you have to do is just come to this place. I have a link which I've copied. That is font awesome CDN. Font awesome CDN. So once you click on font awesome CDN, you will see this CDN JS. Are you guys following how to use an icon? Hello guys, are you there?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. We
sir.
are here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So once you click on, you have to first just go to your search engine. You go just type font awesome CDN. Then you click on this font awesome library. Once you click on font awesome library, it will give you a list of libraries which are different kind of CSS icons. But the ones you want to make use of is if you select the different ones, you are going to have different design. But you selecting this CSS all.min.css, it means that all this every other styling, every other link have been embedded inside this particular link. So the next thing you just have to do is just copy this link, just copy it and go to your HTML. Right in your HTML, you place it at the top level right here. You place it at the top level right here. Let me do that. You place it like this. You place it right here like this. So after placing it right here, you have your image, you have your icon already. You have your icon linked into your code. So now go to Font Awesome. Now go to Font Awesome where you are going to get the icons. You go to Font Awesome, and one of the icons I think you'll be using in your project is actually um, chair, a sofa. So we are going to search for a sofa. So you just come here, you just click on icons. You just click on icons and you can just search sofa. So once you click on sofa, you search it. Once you search for it, it gives you the option of different sofa that you need. It might tell you that you have to sign up. Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm not signed in actually, so you can actually use it without signing in. So I think it's actually loading. So far, I'm trying to. Why isn't okay? Yeah, so you can see it's loading up already. So my icons are coming up. So you can see I have different kind of sofa. Please don't make use of the pro version. Just make use anyone you see pro on it, that means you have to pay for it. Just select the one that does not have a pro on it. Just select the one that does not have a pro on it. I think the one that is used on that Figma design is a paid design. So once you select the icon you want, you can see it comes right here. You can see you have HTML, you have React, you have Vue, you have SVG. Select HTML. Please select HTML. So, and you copy this. Once you copy this, you just go directly into your code. You go directly into your code right here and you paste it. Then you come right to your browser and you can see that we have a sofa there. So that is how you use an icon. Yeah, Bolwat, if I go ahead, you have a question.
So do you just paste it anywhere, or because you just pasted it anywhere?
Yeah, I just pasted it anywhere. Where exactly you want to use it, you have to paste it right there. Okay, let
Okay.
me open the Figma design. So let me just explain the tags. Let me just explain the tags once and for all. Let me explain the tags once and for all. While this is coming up, Hilary, go ahead. While this is coming up, so
Okay, sir. Sir, this icon now, is it possible for someone to have it like on his system, and then you copy it like as they have image, you place it as your image, or it's
yeah,
the
it's
only way
possible you have
online?
it, but it's not a good practice. It's going to make your file heavy because yes,
Okay, so
now we are going to be pushing to GitHub, and by the time you are pushing to GitHub, you have to make because of space, because of size, the size of whatsoever you want to push to GitHub, you have to make it lightweight. So that is why it's good that you use everything as a content delivery network (CDN). That's why I use it as a CDN always.
yeah.
So
Okay, I get
it's
you.
not a good practice for you to just download the whole icon folder. It's not all the icons you need. It's just a particular one, and the icons are running up to, I think there are thousands of icons, both the paid version and the unpaid version. So they are going to
Okay,
be
sir.
there. So it's not a good practice for you to just download the icons into your project.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
No, I think I logged in without. I think let me just log out. Let me log out and log in again. So it's because I logged in before now. Something, go ahead and speak. I think you guys
Uh,
understand how to use um icons, but I just want to explain the tags right now. I
sorry,
can I
sir. I was okay. Sorry, I was about to ask a question on icon. I think someone asked earlier, are we not supposed to target the section where we want to add the icon? Let's say for email section, we paste the link there, or do we just paste anywhere and we go to where we want it?
No. You don't do it like that. I just did that because I'm trying to that's why I'm opening the Figma design so that you can understand how to place your icon. I just
That's
place my
okay.
icon right here. I just place my icon right here because on this design there's no place I need an icon. That's why I just place it right there. Is where you need the icon you are going to place it on. So let the Figma design come up and let's check it out. Sorry, there are three people that are yet to be graded. I will do that. So, does any? Let me check my Figma dashboard if I can see the Figma design. Yeah, you can add sizes to your icon. You can add sizes to your icon. Abraham, go ahead. I'm trying to open the Figma design. Yeah, you can anything. You can always place an icon inside a button. You can place an icon inside a button. Anything you want to do, you can always do it with an icon. Anything you want to do, you can always do it with an icon actually. So I'm trying to just figure out. I'm trying to open the Figma design so I can show you guys. I'm coming. I'm searching for it. Okay, house rental. Yeah, I have so many Figma design right here. So yeah, you can place an icon inside the button. So I'll show you how to do that. So this is the Figma design. Yeah, if you have a question, Bolwatife, are you still speaking? So you mute your mic. Jumpo Abraham, go ahead. Jumpo Abraham, go ahead. See,
Sorry, the mistake. My hand got
anything you want to do, you can always do it on an icon. Let me change the icon for you. Let me change the color. So we have this. What you just have to do is you give it a separate class name. Let's say chair. and let's come here. And let's come here. I do a dot chair. Dot chair. Do a dot chair, and I give it color red. Let me give it a font size 40 pixel. So you can basically do anything on an icon. So what's going on? Did I not save?
Sir, you did
I
not
didn't
put the
save.
class.
Can you see?
No, you did not put the class chair.
No, I have a class, but I didn't save my HTML. You can see I didn't save my
Okay.
HTML. That's why. I have a class right here. You can see the icon class FA solid, FA couch. I didn't save my HTML. So that's why. So you can see I just changed the color and I increased the size. So let me change the color again to yellow.
Let me say it's treated as text.
Yeah, it's treated as a text. Yeah, it's treated as a text. An icon is treated as a text. So that is it. Do you guys still have any question?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. ID.
Sorry, I know I came in late. I'm just asking that. My question is, while I was going to the park, said something about this.
Yeah, I said something about what? Your network is breaking, ID. I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear you now.
Yes. I said while I was going through the assignment, it says that we have a GitHub already created and we are meant to update.
No, you don't have a GitHub. Wait, that's why I want to explain the assignment now. I'm trying to explain the assignment now.
Sorry, I thought maybe I missed it. I just came in an hour.
No,
I'll hold on.
I'm going to explain the assignment now. So for your tasks, you are going to create this navigation bar. You are going to create, this is what is called the hero section. This place where you have an image, is called the hero section. This place is what I called the future section. You can see these images are side by side, actually just are different images. So if you check the Google Drive link I pasted, you would see the images the way they are. So, and this is the feature sections. So this is where you are going to be using icons. So if you want to use an icon here, you have a div with a background color of green, an icon, your text. That is how you're going to have it. Do you understand how to use an icon now? Do you understand how to use an icon now? Or
Yes, sir.
Yes, but it didn't permit me to speak.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have like okay. The first question is that in that assignment you said you should design 4 sections. So out of the design, there are more than 4 sections. So you should just stop at the feature section, right?
Yes, if you read the task very well, I made mention of it about navigation, hero section, future section, and feature section. This is the feature section. So that is what you're going to work on.
Okay. The next question is that are we to use the width and the pixel on the width that that is on that Figma design, or we have to use our own width?
Well, you can't compare the width of Figma design to your own system. You'll probably be using a bigger screen. So make it resemble. I'm not telling you to do it exactly 90% resemblance. You guys are not perfect, but look at the design and make it 90%. Okay, yeah. This thing looks alike, yeah, the colors, the font, even on the responsive design. This is the responsive design. This is the responsive design below it. That is how you are going to work with it. So I think I should Ivan.
Okay,
Yeah, go
so
ahead. I'm listening.
the next question is that on that mobile design, the mobile responsiveness that is at the side, there's a search button there, but
Don't
it's
worry.
not.
Don't no, remove the search button. I'm going to remove the search button now. Let me remove the search button so you don't confuse yourself. Where is it? Let me remove the search button. Let me just remove the search button. Let me remove the search button. Let me remove the search button so you don't confuse yourself. Yeah, so the search button is out.
All right.
So what again?
No, that but you talk about GitHub now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to explain GitHub.
And also the hamburger, are we going to make it interactive or just
Yeah, you don't need to make the hamburger interactive. We have not done JavaScript, so you don't have to make the hamburger interactive. But there's also something. If you make your research well, is how to make hamburger interactive using CSS. Once you click on it, it opens, and once you click on it again, it closes. There's a way to do it with CSS. I have done it before without using JavaScript. You can make an hamburger responsive with CSS.
but we are not video now. It won't choke us.
If you it does, if you do your research properly well, you can always do it. It's not something hard with CSS. What is only two properties you are going to use: show and hidden. That is it. You can always use a display none and a display block. But it's fine if you cannot do it. But it's also good if you can do it. So you don't just that's just it. It's fine if you can do it. It's also fine if you cannot do it. So that's it. Yeah, so any other question again?
Sorry, I have a question. I just want to. So,
Okay.
I go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
the assignment, if I'm right, I've seen the nav, I've seen the hero section, I've seen the future section. I think the last section is it the future. That means the ones that have icons. That where we are
Yes,
meant.
that's where you're meant to stop. But if you feel you can continue further, I won't penalize you and I won't grade you on that. If you can also want to continue to design is your own choice, but I won't penalize you on that. Just do what you feel is good. Just do what you feel is good actually. Yeah, so Paul, go ahead with your question. I think I have to start GitHub now. I'm just going to do a run through of GitHub by the time we come back in the next on Friday, I'll finish up with GitHub. Yeah, so Paul, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sorry, I was trying to start. I was trying to see, but the hamburger and the my brand, like I have the brand name by the side and the hamburger. So in the list of in laptop, I don't know how to make it. When I disable the hamburger, it will still occupy the same space. So I don't know, is there a way to remove the hamburger and table the hamburger and also that particular space for the hamburger to disappear? I don't know if you understand.
So see, the thing is, it is a tax. You can figure it out yourself. Just I'm not saying okay now. I'm not saying you should make the hamburger interactive. If you are working with responsiveness, by the time you get to a particular screen, you should show an hamburger menu. That is when you're on a mobile screen, you should show that hamburger menu. If you can only it's something you can always check out. I'm not going to you want me to give you solution to that. I'm not going to give you solution to that. It's a tax. Yeah. Uh ID, go ahead, please. I think this is the last question, so I can go into GitHub. Um Hilary, do you have a question? Paul, do you have a question? Please be fast. Okay, you guys have a question? Hilary, ID, Paul, you guys have a question, right?
Sir, I do have a question.
I'm okay.
All right, go ahead, Hilary.
Okay, sir, for the hamburger, is it an icon?
Yeah, the hamburger is an icon. The hamburger is an icon.
And secondly, I don't know, sir, you do UI UX also
Why do you ask?
because you're giving us design. I was taking front end, we just use from our head and we doing our team.
No, you don't work from your head as a front end designer, as a front end design, as a front end developer rather. You work with a UI UX designer that gives you design.
But
If
it's a
okay now you
plus.
want to, yeah,
But it's a plus if you can. Like if you can.
yeah, it's a plus if you can. Yeah, it's a plus.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are going to do view. I'm coming. So do we get email? Yeah, I told you that for the locations, I didn't ask you guys to do the locations, but if you want to do the locations, you can do it. But the images that are needed, the images for this hero section, for this future section are already in the Google Drive. But what if you ask your question?
Sir, for the responsiveness, it's just for
Yeah, okay,
desktop and
yeah.
mobile.
Well, I want you guys to work with, okay, now to see, to be honest, to work on tablet view is not always hard because the only thing you just have to do is just reduce the size. As we have made mention of it in the class, go to your 768 pixel and use your Google Developer Console to check it out. You will see that working on it might just be the mobile device that might be hard a little bit. But when you want to work on a mobile device on 768 pixel, basically you're just reducing some things. You're just reducing the font size, you're just reducing the width actually. So you guys just give it a try. I could not get a tablet design for this. It was just mobile and this thing. So you guys should try to you guys can walk around the tablet, but you guys just figure out something out, to be honest. Just try something out. And I'll be happy if you guys can do it. Yeah, so I want to go into GitHub. So what is GitHub? GitHub is actually a tool for collaboration with developers. So as a developer, it is a must for you to have a GitHub account. Why is it a must for you to have a GitHub account? It is the best way for you to collaborate with your teammates and also with other developers around the world. So to say that, the normal way we collect files is through Flash. But as a developer, you don't need to be moving files, Flash all around for your code base. The thing you just have to do is just push it to GitHub and your teammates will clone. Your teammates will actually, okay, let me open my GitHub account for you. So the first process for every developer is you have a GitHub account. The first thing for every developer to do is you have a GitHub account. This is my own GitHub account. So let me log out. Let me log out. Let me sign out. So you know the process of signing into. So now you can see I have logged out of my GitHub account. Sign out. I'll sign out of my GitHub account. So once you want to create a GitHub account, it it brings you to this page. That okay, you have to create a GitHub account. So you have this button, sign up for GitHub, and let me just use. I don't have another email, but I'll just form an email in my head. So sign up for GitHub. You can see it's going to bring up some information for me, which is what I'm going to follow. Yeah, you can see enter your email. I've entered that. I should create a password. No, let me create a password. Let me see it. This is not my GitHub account, so you can always see the password. Okay, Akimiola. Okay, so let's continue. Your username, you have to create a username. Let me just say, what is the username? Blaze code, Blazers. Let me use Blazers. So you can see once you are creating a username, it's telling you which username is available or not. So you do Blaze Coder. He has told me, he has given me an option, Blaze Coder, continue. I don't need to receive, but just continue verifying your GitHub account. So after this, it's going to give you it's going to send you an email. Okay, no, it's going to verify. After verifying, you have to all this. What's the name? All this robot search. So let's do this. What is it saying? Use the arrow to change the number of the elements to match the image on the left. Okay. So so this is it. So you just submit it. One done. I think it's 5. So you're going to load up the second one. You're going to load up the second one. So let's check it. So this is it. If you have any question about it, just let me know so I can always. It's the normal process of you signing up to an account. That is what we are currently doing here. So let's see. So this is it. Number 4 and number 5. Number 4, this is number 4. We have this. And the 5th one. Okay. So I think we are done. So we are done and it will create an account for us. So now they are going to send me an email, but I don't have an email to this account. So once you have created yours, they send you an email to your email account. You send once you paste the code right here, you would see it will take you directly to your GitHub dashboard, which is what you are going to have. Any question on how to create a GitHub account? Any question on how to create an account on GitHub? Anyone having any question? Okay, so everyone understand how to create. Okay, yes, Sirat, go ahead. Jumpo, you don't Jumpo, you don't make assumptions like that. I have I have taught a computer science graduate who has left computer science for like 2 years, and the person does not know how to install an application on a system. So it you can't you can't you can't just say that. Yeah. So yes, Sirat, if you can hear me, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning.
Actually, I was very busy today, so I joined the class very late. I just joined now. So about
Okay.
this, that's what I'm having issues with. So
Okay.
I actually signed up for the GitHub, but when I wanted to host, I'm having difficulties hosting because I'm not seeing the branch
Don't worry.
and
By next class, I can't go all into all that because first of all, you have to first configure your system to be.
okay, yeah, he asked me to download my desktop, something like that,
Yeah, you
which
have
I
to.
did.
Yeah, you have to first configure your system to be able to push to GitHub. You have to first configure your system. So I can't go into
Okay,
all that in this class. So I'm just first of all, once you have a GitHub account, everything is in order. So
okay, okay.
are we? That's so once you have entered your GitHub, once you have entered the code that was sent to your email address, then you are good to go. You
Oh,
land on your GitHub page. Let me just sign into my GitHub account. Let me sign
okay.
into my GitHub account. So I don't. This email is just a random email I just created. So yeah, I have my password saved already. So I just sign in, and I have modified. This is not how your dashboard is going to be like. I have modified my dashboard over and over again. So I don't know, as a developer, I don't know why you not be using dark mode. So it's just personal preference. Yeah, so this is what you are going to see upon signing on to GitHub. This is what you are going to see. You're going to see your own. You're just going to see an overview of your repository, and your repository is going to be 0. So that's how your GitHub dashboard is going to look like. So then by tomorrow, by on Friday, we would be looking at how to configure your system for GitHub and host how to host your how to host GitHub pages. Because now, one thing, if you look at what I wrote there on the task description, I wrote that you have to send an updated version of your GitHub. The reason I wrote that there is because now after you have submitted your tax, I ask you that okay, you have to make corrections to this particular thing. You don't have to create another branch for that changes. You just have to push to that particular branch which you have created before. So by Friday, sorry for saying tomorrow, by Friday, I would explain all through how you can push to GitHub, how you can make corrections. Okay, you are making corrections on your local machine and you want to push to GitHub so that you can see it, and how you can host your GitHub page, how you can host it so that you can see, you can show it, you can share it with your friends that okay, yeah, this is what I built in KodeCamp 1.0, and you have a live project that can also serve as a live project for you. So, do you guys understand that? Do you guys
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. ID, you have a question. Go ahead.
Just a quick one, very quick. Now, concerning the assignment,
Yeah.
okay, I'm trying to confirm because I need to know my week, my desktop, my mobile, I think tablet. So I want to ask, it's okay if I use 144 desktop?
Yeah, I
Then
can hear you.
I said for my week, for my desktop view, tablet, and my mobile. Is it okay if I use 1440 pixels for my desktop, 480
Well,
for my
well,
mobile?
I'm not. Well, I'm not going to give you any screen size. I'm not going to give you any screen size actually. You can see when I developed the desktop version, I never gave it any screen size for the desktop. I never gave it any screen size.
What about
So
mobile?
mobile, yes, you have to give it a screen size. That is why I thought if you check my code right here, let me scroll to the down part. You can see I have this is for my tablet view. 768 pixel is for my tablet view. Um, 425 pixel is for my
Mobile.
medium mobile phone. There are two kind of mobile phone. There is a medium mobile phone and there are smaller mobile phone. So for my medium mobile phone, I have 425 pixel, and for my small, very small phones, that is the old iPhone, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, is 375 pixel. So that's how you are going to set your breakpoints for your different devices.
So are we going to do for all four? That is desktop, tablet, mobile small, and smaller mobile.
One trick I will now teach you now is that if you can design for um, medium mobile phones, most times you don't necessarily have to create for, yeah, you're not building for all screen size. I just want 3 screen sizes, which is desktop, tablet, and mobile. I'm not saying you should now for the mobile version. If you want to create for tablet, there are also some tablet device. They are like let me say 800 and something, 820 pixel. Those are larger tablets. An iPad is a larger tablet. You can say a Samsung Fold is a kind of a tablet actually. A Samsung Fold which you can open is a kind of tablet. If it's horizontal, is a tablet. If it's vertical, it's tablet. And you can also change it to a normal mobile phone screen. So I'm not asking you to design for all those kind of screen size. Just design for the regular desktop, the regular tablet which is 768 pixel, and a mobile screen which is 428 pixel, 425 pixel. And you can see that directly in your Google console. Where is our task? Okay. If you come to your Google console right here, you can see you have audio dimension. Here right here we are on 728 pixel, 768 pixel, and you can see it's giving us a tablet. If you can come here, you can see we have a mobile phone large, and if you come here, you have mobile phone medium, and you can still go to mobile phone small. You can see. So at every point in time, what I'm asking you to do is just tablet, desktop, laptop. You can even see laptop, and you can see there's a 4K vision again. There's a 4K screen. So I'm not asking you to design for all this kind of screen size. I'm just asking you to design for a desktop screen, a tablet screen. That is all I'm asking you to design for. So just check it out and understand the tasks. Don't do too much and don't do too less. Let the design be responsive to fit what the design you have been given. Rahim, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I put something on the chat box. My LMS is not opening. I don't know if it's a server issue or it's from my end.
The LMS is opening. I just opened the LMS this morning.
Same with mine. Same with mine. I've even complained on the Discord channel, but I don't know if it's maybe it's just my own network. That's why I didn't say anything here.
Okay, I would revert back to the developers and let them know. I'll revert back to the developers and let them know. Yeah, so if by 12 o'clock, by probably 1 o'clock or 2, if your LMS is still not opening, just reach out. Just tag admin on the dashboard.
It just opened now. My own just opened now.
And then it's probably your network.
Yeah.
So guys, by Friday's class, we will be looking at how to configure your system to GitHub, how to push to GitHub, and how to host on GitHub. Paul, do you have a question?
Yes, that's what I wanted because I already have an account on GitHub. But seriously, I don't
No
even know how to.
worry. We would know by the next class. We'll know how to push. We have to configure our system to use Git and all. So, Steven, what's your question?
So my question is, my network kicked me out. So after showing us how to open an account on GitHub, did you do another thing in that GitHub?
No, I didn't do any other thing. I said we'll continue in the next class.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining today's class. Do have a lovely day ahead.
All right, thank you.